Hey everybody, welcome to the next lecture. Before we go deeper into WordPress, I needed to talk to you, okay? A lot of you had hundreds of questions about these free hosting services. You faced some issues, and I decided to record this lecture to talk about some of the most common issues that you had. So not to make you wait, because when you ask me questions, it takes me some time to respond to them. So this way I record this lecture here to make your work much easier. So first of all, free hosting services. In the previous lecture, we talked about infinityfree.net, and you should know one thing here. Usually companies do not provide free hosting. The reason is because they have to buy servers, it is costly, and they are not making money out of it. So the thing is that here we have some platforms that they are offering free hosting. Right now I introduced Infinity Free. Before that I introduced another platform. But the problem is, because these are providing free hosting, it is a little bit buggy, it is a little bit slow, right? So the thing is that if you are going forward with the lectures and at some point it tells you that, all right, you have to wait, or it is not loading, you see it's slow, that's normal because it is free, okay? It's like that you go out in a restaurant, they're providing, they're giving just free food, and you wait for 10 minutes and you say, all right, I have been waiting for 10-20 minutes, I didn't get my food here. It's free. You cannot complain about it, okay? So the thing is that here, let me show you. A lot of students ask me that, all right, I have set up my WordPress website, I have installed WordPress, and now I want to get to my website. It is showing me this page, and I have waited for example, 1 hour, 2 hours, it's not working. I understand that, but it is free hosting. You have to wait more because their servers are weak, okay? It's not powerful. If you want a better hosting, you can go just jump into, for example, let me write, here we have it. Just jump into, this is host, yeah. Just jump into Namecheap. This is important, okay? If you have $2 budget, this will solve everything, okay? Just come to Namecheap. Here they have, all right, let's go to domains. Because if you want to buy a host, you must have a domain, right? Write whatever you want. For example, Puya Eti Courses, okay? I'm just gonna search for this domain, okay? The thing here is that, there are different domains here with different endings, but one of them, as you can see here, puyaeticourses.xyz, the domain ending with .xyz, just cost $1 for the first year, $1, okay? So if I select this, add to cart, and okay, and after it will offer me hostings, okay? There are different hostings. This one, EasyWP, which stands for Easy WordPress, it costs also they made it much cheaper. Before it was $1 for the first month. Now it is 1 cent for the first month. God, I cannot believe this. Right now that I'm recording this, so you can go on monthly and select this one. 1 cent for the first month, okay? That's all. Just click here. So let's click here and view items. And let me just maybe move myself. Okay. So as you can see here, $1.19. It's so cheap, okay? And there's another price here another fee that you have to pay, 18 cents. But in general, with up to maximum $2, you can have an amazing hosting without any problems, without any bugs, and you can use it, okay? This is the best alternative for the hostings, okay? So if along the way you are facing speed problems, okay, there are some bugs, it is not working, it is not going forward, either you can use Namecheap with spending just $1, or wait, okay? Waiting for these free websites, for these free platforms like, what was the name? Infinity Free. sometimes if you wait 20 minutes, it would work. Okay. Sometimes if you wait 1 hour, it would work. Sometimes you have to come back the next day, but it usually won't be more than 1 day. Okay. So give it some time until their servers get a little bit less crowded, and so they can provide more capacity to what you want to do. Okay. So this was really important because a lot of you asked me. This was number one. Number two, WordPress.com is different with WordPress.org. So let me show you here. Let's move myself back. So here we are. Let me show you WordPress.org and WordPress.com. Okay. So what we are going to learn here is WordPress.org. Okay. It's a software. Okay, it's a free software. You don't need to pay anything for it. You just need to have a place, a host to install this software. Okay, that's all. This is WordPress.org. You can click here, get WordPress. You can download the software and use it, right? But some of the students make mistakes and they think it is the same with WordPress.com. Now, WordPress.com is some other company. They came here, they built another website that they are providing paid hosting. Okay, you can use it for free, but when you want to install plugins or install themes, it won't let you. Okay, it will ask you to change your plan to a paid plan. So what we're talking about, it's not WordPress.com. Do not make this mistake. Okay. So another question which is commonly asked, it's about the Infinity Free. When you install your WordPress software there, you want to jump into your website. Okay, you want to go to the WordPress dashboard. Now some of you forget the link. Okay, what was the link? And the easiest way to get it, just come here, whatever your website is. For example, mine is puyeti.com. Okay, whatever your website is, let's write down here, for example, example.com. okay, let's say this is the link of your website. All you have to do is to write /admin. okay, if you do this now, obviously this website doesn't exist, but anyway, if you write this /admin, add this phrase after your website URL, it will jump into your WordPress dashboard, and before that you have to write down the username and password of your WordPress. Okay, so that was really important. I really needed to share it with you. I think during the past 2 days about 20 students asked these questions from me, so I thought maybe it's the best way to clear it out this way by adding a new lecture to it. Okay, so that would be all. If you have any other questions, you can just contact me. But in any case, if something is not working, if it is slow or there are some bugs, just wait for it. Okay, it will be working just fine if you give it some time. All right, so that was all, and if you're ready, let's jump into the WordPress. All right, so welcome to the next part. Till now we have installed, we had set up our host and domain practice account, and we installed WordPress, and right now we came to visit the WordPress dashboard and learn more about the environment here. So if you are already familiar with WordPress and the environment around it, what is what, and where you can find the things that you need according to some specific topics, you can skip this lecture and go for the next one. But if this is completely new to you, you can keep watching and learn more about the WordPress environment. So here, let me see, you see everything right. So here at the top, first of all, we have the dashboard, and under it, as you can see, we have home and updates and insights. We have right now about insights. We will talk about it later because it is connected to a plugin. Anyway, so under home, you see some general information about your website. Okay, what's going on here, some of the important tools that you may need right at the beginning, they put it here for you, but we are not going to use it. These are some messages that will come, and you can just remove them. But in general, these are the tabs that you have And again, since we are not gonna use them, for example, some of them, for example, this one is about Google Analytics. We are not gonna use them now. We are gonna learn about it later. This is about WordPress forms. We have it here. Again, we are gonna talk about it later. But in general, you will have some general information in the dashboard page. On the updates, if anything new comes, for example, your plugins, your theme, and whatever you have. For example, if WordPress itself, they give a new update, it will appear here. Also at the top, you can see that the new version of WordPress is available and you can upgrade it. So everything about updating will appear here. The next one is posts. Well, posts are like, they're like pages when you create a page on your website, but it's for blogging, all right? So you have seen a lot of blogs out there that there's the content. Let me just show you. For example, let's search for a post or a blog on Google. And for example, what are the top WordPress themes 2020, for example? All right. Okay, 15 top WordPress themes to use in 2020. Now, this is a blog post. Usually blog posts, as you can see on the left side, they have the information, and on the right side, they have, for example, in this case, in this website, they're using ads here. You can use other stuff. You can use some other information. This right side, it is called sidebar. Anyway, this is a blog post, okay? So if you want to do blogging and you want to create posts like this, you have to use posts, not pages. Later, we will go deeper into this. Like here, for example, if we come down, at some point I have talked about posts. I'm not sure where it was. It's so huge, there are a lot of items here. Yeah, here it is. At this part we talked about posts, so don't worry if things may sound a little bit complicated for you right now, but we are just looking around, we are just trying to learn more about the WordPress environment. So everything about the posts, the adding new posts, the button is at the top here, the categories and tags exist here. Then we have media. On media, again, you don't need to use it here. You don't, for example, I have been using WordPress for a couple of years. I have been into this tab only a couple of times. There are other places that you will go to your media and check everything or edit anything that you want. So anyway, any images, videos, whatever like this you import to your website and you want to use it on your website. For example, here, you see this is an image, okay? This is an image. All of these are media. I import them into the media section here. And for example, when you click on add new, you can drag and drop the file here and the file will be added, all right? So then we have pages. It is similar to posts, but with some differences in the structure, which later we will talk about it. Then we have comments. So anyone who come to your website, under your posts, under your pages, they want to write something, a comment, the comments will appear here, right? And you can, for example, check them if they are okay. You can approve them if they are looking, for example, it looks like a spam, you can remove them or put them in the spam folder and so on. Then we have WordPress forms that later we are going to talk about it deeper. You don't need to know more about it right now because it's a little bit complicated and it will make you a little bit confused. So the next thing is appearance. Now we are going to do a lot of things in the appearance section, and under it, as you can see, we have themes, we have customized widgets, menu, header, background. This is not on all websites, on all WordPress themes. Later we will talk about it more. Theme editor and so on. About some of them that are really important, I've written them down here. Okay, about themes, customize, widgets, and menus, we are going to dig deeper and learn more about them. But at the moment, just you should know that they are here. Then we have plugins. About plugins we'll talk more, but plugins are like mini softwares that you install them on your WordPress and they will complete some tasks for you. For example, you want to sell something online, you can go and install that software for selling something online. You want to have a slider on your homepage, you are going to install a software for creating a sliders. All right, we will get to these things more. Then we have users. Anyone, for example, right now this website has only one user, which is me. I'm the admin. All right. So if you have other people signing up on your website, for example, users, some of them are subscribers, some of them are customers, all of them will be listed here as users. All right. So you will have them here. Then we have tools and all-in-one WordPress migration. We will talk about these two later. We have settings. Sometimes there are some specific things inside settings that later we are going to talk about. But in general, let's take a look at the first item, for example. Here, there are some specific information about your website. For example, do you remember that there was a part when we wanted to create our web host account? Here, you see? Here there was a website name, which I told you don't leave it blank. Later we will change it, right? Here it is. Site title. You can change it to anything that you want. Let's write it down. For example, I'm going to write it practice WordPress. Okay. This is the name of this website, for example. Okay, this is the tagline. We will get to these things deeper later, right? But some of the settings about general settings about your WordPress website exist here, and as you can see at the top, it changed, right? So I can change the URL, but right now, because this is the practice WordPress account, do not change the URL. You may face some issues later, but if later you buy your own domain, the address will be different and it will be according to the domain that you bought already. So then we have insights that normally you don't have here, or they may add it as a default plugin to the WordPress, I don't know, but it's connected to Google Analytics, which later we are going to talk about it when we want to connect our website to Google Analytics and analyze the information happening and everything is happening on our website. Anyway, that was some general information about the WordPress environment. And I suggest you to come here, spend some time for a couple of minutes, just go through every tab. Don't change some settings, but just take a look at things that exist here. Try to feel comfortable around it. The more time you spend here on the WordPress dashboard, the better it gets and easier it gets for you, right? So that was all for this lecture. I don't want to make it longer. And on the next part, we are going to talk about WordPress themes and what we are going to select for our practice WordPress website. So again, if you have any question, do not forget to contact me in the question and answer section. If not, I will see you in the next lecture. Alright, so in this part, we are going to talk about WordPress themes. If you don't know what they are, WordPress themes are like, for example, prepared websites that some developers came and just prepared almost everything for you, and all you have to do is to edit things according to your needs, according to the designs that you want. So let's take a look at the WordPress themes that we have here to understand it better. So here I have explained more about it, and the place that you can add or edit themes are under Appearance Themes. Let me just close this one since we don't need it anymore. And if you come here under Appearance, here the first one is Themes. Now by default, for example, right now we are using this theme. It is written active. And usually when you install WordPress on other places, on other hosts, it will start with this one, this theme, but it doesn't matter. One thing I didn't mention to you in the previous lecture, if you want to see your own website, here if you come, you see this is the name of our website, Practice WordPress, and visit site. If I click on it, this is the look of our website right now. Okay, this is how it looks. And if I change the theme, things will change here. The menu can change, the colors can change. This is the settings that the developer of this theme have created for us. Okay, now when you come to themes, first of all, at the top there's a search. You can search for it, and if you want to add new themes, when you click on it, you get to a page that, first of all, at the top you can upload a theme if you have a file, which in a moment we'll get to it. If you have a file, you can come here and upload the zip file. If not, as you can see, there are thousands of themes here. Okay, so for example, let's look at some of them so I can show you the differences. Okay, so if we install this theme on our website will start to look like this, but we can change the images, we can change the documents, the text, the titles, the colors, everything we can change. But there are some, let's take a look at other places also. For example, this one. Okay, let's take a look at it. So as you can see, it has a lot of good reviews, and it doesn't show us a lot of things here since we don't have anything on our website. So in general, the themes available here, and these are free themes, but we are not going to use them. If we come back here, I have introduced two different themes, which the left one here, this one is free, and the right one is paid. So if you want this one, just click on download theme, and it starts to download. Okay, I have put it on my website. You can easily download it from my website and you will have it. The other one is a paid theme designed by a group named Mikado. So the website that you see here, for example, this is my website. I'm using the same theme, all right? Everything you see, I have created using this theme, which name is Optimize. Now, before I talked about it in my other courses, I talked about this WordPress theme. I introduced it and I taught it how you can use it, how you can edit it. But this time I want us to practice the other theme, which is free. I tested it. It's a very good theme. Everything about it is perfect. The speed and a lot of other features are good on it, right? So all we have to do is to come here and in the add themes, upload theme, and I'm gonna choose the file. If I find where I downloaded it, should be somewhere around here. Here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna just select the zip file and click on install, right? So it starts to complete the tasks, and okay, something went wrong. Okay, so these things may happen. Let me go back to the themes and see if it is installed or not. Okay, here it is. Okay, newer version. I just updated this theme on my website a couple of days ago, but since then they have released a newer version. So just click on update. And it's updated, and now this for at the moment this one is active. You have, when you're done installing it, you have to click on activate. Okay, all right, congratulations. So it is active. As you can see, this is a theme, and let's refresh the page and see. You see the things have changed, the title, the fonts, the colors, some of them changed, the footer also. But don't worry about it. We are going to go deeper into these themes and how to analyze every single element on our website. So let me see if we have anything else here. Okay, so for this lecture, that was all. On the next lecture, it is not something necessary right now, but I'm going to tell you more about it anyway, because later you may want to select another theme, and I want to show you how you should analyze a theme to understand it better, to select a better theme for your website, right? So, in general, that was all. Don't forget to contact me if you need me anytime. I am here for you, and let's go for the next lecture. So on this part, we are going to talk about how to analyze a WordPress theme if later you want to buy some, right? So as I said, this is the one that I introduced here. Now, when I selected this theme for my own website, what did I consider? So when I came here, for example, the last update was some time ago. So check these things, check if it is, for example, this website is compatible with WooCommerce. WooCommerce is a plugin for selling items online. So a lot of things here. Here we can find a lot of good information with if it is compatible with browsers, for example, Firefox, Safari, Opera, Chrome, Edge, and so on. Okay, they gave some other information here about, for example, the speed of this website, which is very good and the speed goes back to many other features. You may buy this theme and install it and you don't have the same speed as they said here, and there are many reasons for that. For example, the server, the host that you are using, if it is not good, the speed will be down. The images, the files, the text, whatever you're using on your WordPress website, it can affect the speed. Later we'll talk more about it, and I have prepared a couple of lectures for that, just to increase the speed of your website. Anyway, you can come here and there's a part, free and compatible plugins. For example, if you buy this theme, it also has these plugins on it for free, right? For example, these, I know these two are paid. This one, the first one, it's a very good plugin. We are going to talk about it inside the course as well. And this way you can just go through the information about this theme and learn more about it. So this is themeforest.net, and if you come here and if you go under WordPress, you can find a lot of other themes. And for example, let's say there are some categories here. You can come here and search for example, let's say you want to create a website for dentist. Okay, just write the keyword and see what comes up. For example, this is a WordPress theme for a dentist, and you can come here and click on live preview. This header is for the bottom market, don't pay attention. So these are and every theme, one thing I forgot to mention, every theme has a couple of demos. For example, the team that created this theme, they have created some different kind of demos, and you can select them. For example, and each of them has some differences. For example, in this one, as you can see here, the header, the logo is on the left, and then they have the menu. But here the logo is at the top. Under it they have the menu, or there are differences. You can there are some differences. You can select the one that you want. You can import the demos with their information and images as well. Again, we will talk about it in a moment. So in general, that's all. For example, you can click on one of them, and okay, this is how their website look like. Okay, so if it fits your needs, if you want your website to look like this, you can come here and buy the theme and start working on it. So in general, that was it. I just wanted to give you some general information about how to select a WordPress theme according to your needs. All right, so that was all for this part, and on the next lecture we are going to import some demos. We are going to learn how we can import the demos of the theme that we selected, and then we keep continuing. Right, so that was all. See you soon. All right, so welcome to the next part, and here we are going to talk about how to import demos of our WordPress theme into our website. So here we are in the section documents. So how to import theme demos. All themes come with a couple of demos ready, and you can select the one that you like the most. And one thing that you have to know is that when you import the demos, it will ask you a question. Do you want to import all of the medias and information or not? Okay. If you select yes, all the images, all the files that they have used on that demo will be imported to your website. And sometimes it will be a mess. So I'm not going to suggest you to import the demos, but some of you asked me for it. Some of you may need it. I'm going to tell you anyway. That's up to you. So how to import it? You go to Appearance, the theme option. We will take a look at it right now. Then click on See Demos and so on, right? So let's come here. Here we are under the Appearance tab. We are at Themes. And if you come down, you see this is the options for our theme. So let's click on it. And here, all right, so this is just for the theme that we have here. If you select another theme, if you buy another theme, the setting here will be different. For example, here we have 8 options. In any other theme, you may have 20 options. For example, the one that I have that I showed you here at the top, Optimize, this one, which is mostly suitable for marketing. This one, it has a lot of more options, and usually free themes are simpler. So anyway, if you get another theme and the setting here it was different with different look, don't worry about it. It's almost the same thing. You have to go through it. You can take a look at the options that exist here. They may have some additional options and so on. Okay, so here we have getting started. We have the C demo here. We'll take a look at it in a moment. Let's just go through these things. We have Gutenberg blocks. We will talk about it. Don't worry. Useful plugins that they suggested for this theme. Again, we will talk about it. If you needed support, you can come here, contact support, or they have some documents about the theme, the logs. And this theme, the one that we have, it's free version. Obviously, they have a pro version which is paid, and you can come here and see the differences. For example, let me just take a look at it and tell you if it's worth it. Okay, they have a header booster. Take the header builder and add new levels. Okay, you don't need it. We will make it with some other way. Page header builder, you don't need it. Custom layout, you don't need that one also. Give you a huge boost, entire blogging experience. We can manage that as well. Elementor booster, we will have that. WooCommerce, we will have that. And scroll to the top. So in general, the free version works fine. You don't need to go to the pro version on this theme. And this is the library. All right, so let's get back here to the demos. So click on See Demos. We come here at the last tab. So these are the demos that they have. This is the original one. So for example, if it's a web agency, let's click on Preview. Okay, so if you import this theme, especially with all the settings and all documents, your website would look like this, and you can just change for example, change the images, change the text. All right. So if you are planning to make your work easier this way, you can do that. Let's take a look at some other examples. For example, let's take a look at this one. Again, you can import all of this data to your website and just change for example, images, colors, text, and so on. Okay. So when you when you hover your mouse on each of these themes, under it, you can see it is an import. And when you click on import, it will ask you some questions if you want all of the data to be imported, or if you just want to import the layouts and so on. So according to your needs, select the option that you want, and all the information will be imported to your website, and you can start working on it. But my suggestion, especially for now, especially for this course, because you are learning these things, I suggest you not to import anything, because we are going to build everything from scratch, right? So that was how you're going to import theme demos to your website and use it. And on the next part, we are going to talk about the theme settings that we have here. We are going to learn about each of them and practice and how we can edit them, right? So that was all for this lecture. And if some of the things that we have talked about sound a little bit complicated or confusing, I understand. The moment that you start to practice, you start to understand it better, all right? So keep patient. We'll get to the practice part. You will master all of these things by the end of this course, all right? So I'm happy to see you here. That was all, and let's go for the next lecture.
Hey there. So I get this question a lot that most people ask me, right? I don't see the theme option, the Never option inside my WordPress dashboard, okay? So the thing is that you must first install the theme, the Never theme, okay? Without that, you will not see the settings of that theme, okay? So most of you miss this part. I don't know why. Maybe I explained it the wrong way. So what you have to do, go to themes, appearance, themes, then add new theme. And there's a search bar, okay? If you pay attention there is a search bar. In the search bar, just write Neve, Neve, okay? Search for the theme will appear, install it, and then you must activate it, okay? Pay attention to this part. Install and then activate it. Then you will see the Neve option, okay? So that would be all. I just wanted to clear that out because most of you ask me in the question and answer section, and I wanted to make your work much easier. So that would be all, and see you in the next one.